Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well. This is a good day because I bring some good news to you despite a little bit of bad news once we get into the team news for tomorrow's game, Chelsea versus Krasnodar. However, I'm going to start off with the good news. Tomorrow I will be doing, actually not just tomorrow, from now on. How about that? We'll take it one step further. I will be doing a watch along to Chelsea versus Krasnodar, and after that, each game from now on, you will be getting a watch along on my Twitch and at the same time here on Younes Talks Football on YouTube. Both will be playing simultaneously. However, during the watch-alongs, I will be looking at the comments coming into my Twitch stream. And anyone that does donate through YouTube, I will be prioritizing and reading out those comments as well. Because I know it's going to be flooding in like crazy. I can't control it, so I need to prioritize. But you will be getting a watch-along that you can watch either on my Twitch or right here on YouTube. So that's going to be starting tomorrow. The quality is going to be insane. Not for tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be, good standard. But after that, I've got a few things arriving. It's going to be mad. I'm just going to hype it up for you guys. You are going to flipping love it. Anyway, watch-alongs from now on. Each game live. It's going to be a madness. I'm really much looking forward to it. I hope you are too. So if you are new, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button for me if you do enjoy this video. And make sure you're following me on Twitch as well. Link in the description, as well as my other social media platforms. Now, let's get into this preview. Chelsea versus Krasnodar. We've topped the group. There's nothing to play for. This is a friendly. Yeah, we got to treat this as a friendly. We've got a very heavy schedule. I've managed to look at the schedule, to be fair, and I found a couple of loopholes, which does relate to who should play tomorrow against Krasnodar. So in terms of managing fitness and managing players and, making sure no one gets flipping injured, I've managed to spot a couple of things, which I'm going to share with you. Now, if we look at the Champions League group table that we are in, we've topped it with 3 points ahead of Sevilla. Even if we somehow were to lose against Krasnodar and Sevilla were to win, we would still remain top. So it's nothing to play for, which means we can give opportunities, which means players that don't normally get minutes can come into the fold and play 90 minutes tomorrow, at the same time resting players that need the rest. In terms of team news, there are a couple of issues which have risen to the surface and we need to acknowledge, which has kind of scuppered a plan or two, because not only is Hakim Ziyech now injured with a hamstring injury, scans still needs to be done and results will be given. So tomorrow, Frank Lampard will have an idea of how long Ziyech is going to be out for. I hope it's not long. I hope so. But not just Ziyech, unfortunately, Callum Hudson-Odoi now has picked up a hamstring issue in training, and Frank Lampard spoke about that in the press conference earlier today. So Callum will not be featuring tomorrow. How long is he out for? I don't know, but whenever I hear hamstring, I'm never excited. It's bad. Unless we have to stress, unless if it's a precaution, unless if the player has just felt something really small, which is what I'm hoping is the case for Ziyech and for Hudson-Odoi. He felt something small and he's gone, I'm not going to risk it. You guys need to take a look at me. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, just leave him out, recover, get rid of that little feeling that you have and get back to normal. I hope that is the situation, and I hope he hasn't absolutely blown his hamstring to bits. Fingers crossed. Anyway, those are the two absentees for tomorrow's game against Krasnodar, and I suspect against Everton on the weekend. Now, in terms of rotation, we need to analyse this because tomorrow is Tuesday. We play Krasnodar at the Bridge. On Saturday, we travel to Goodison Park. So that leaves Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 4 days rest. It's a good amount of time. 4 days is okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. It could be worse. We could have 2 days rest, which is going to happen. So this is why we need to manage the squad and make sure we're not playing everyone all the time. So, in terms of the starting 11, who would I go with? Now, I just want to clarify, Frank Lampard did give two names that will be starting this game. 100%. We see the return of Kepa. Yes, our manager. He returns. Kepa the Gaffer is back in goal. No, I'm only kidding. Kepa is back in goal. Anyway, it's going to be good to see him. It's going to be good to see what he can do and see if he's motivated, see if he's up for it, see if he's going to be throwing himself left, right and centre and make a statement, make a point that maybe he should be picked ahead of Mendy, even though we kind of know That's not the case. Anyway, I hope he has a good game. It'll be good to see him play. Kepa will be starting tomorrow, as well as Billy Gilmour, who will be starting the game tomorrow, and I expect him to play 90 because, as I've said, there's nothing to lose in this game whatsoever. It'll be good to manage fitness for players so they're rested, and it'll be good for him to get minutes because he's been injured for so long. It'll be nice for him to get 90 minutes. And there's another name that I want to say is going to get 90 minutes, I hope, but I will mention that once I get into the lineup. Now, who do I think Frank Lampard is going to pick in terms of the starting 11? Let's get into it. So, we know Kepa is starting. That's a certainty. That is an assurance that Frank Lampard has given us. Kepa starts. Back four would be obviously the go-to. Right back for me should be Azpilicueta. Reece James, give him a break. Yep, he's out. Leave him on the bench. If we have to bring him on, we bring him on. But Azpilicueta is more than capable to start this game and play 90 minutes against Krasnodar. So for me, Azpi starts at right back. Left back, give a break to Chilwell. Again, we need to manage the squad. So Emerson, who played very well in our last Champions League game, in fact, for me, deserves to start. So Emerson, left back. In terms of our centre-backs, this is where it gets tasty, and I'm surprised that no journalist asked Frank Lampard this in the press conference. It should be one of the main priorities. How no one mentioned this guy's name is beyond me. For me, Tomori starts. No questions. No questions. I understand that when we rotated recently, Rudiger and Christensen actually done a good job. So fair play to the both of them. However, Tomori needs to play. Flipping hell. In a game like this, that doesn't matter. Come on. He needs to play. He's been on the bench for the entire time. So I'm hoping, and Frank Lampard did say in the press conference, players that haven't got minutes will be playing. So for me, Tomori starts. Tomori alongside Rudiger. Let's give it to Rudiger. Rudiger is obviously one of the most assertive central defenders we have at the club. In terms of Thiago Silva, Zuma, who are our main two starters. After that, Rudiger is definitely in the mix, even though most of us would probably say Tomori, but Rudiger's in the mix. So for me, Rudiger and Tomori, little bit of experience, little bit of youth, bring it together, see what happens. That would be a good centre-back pairing. Now, Gilmour starts, and for me, he starts as RDM. Let's stick him in DM and give him 90. Kante, you are sitting out today, mate. You are having a break. Have a pina colada. Actually, no, he's Muslim. He's not going to drink. Have an orange juice. Have an apple juice. Do what you got to do. Put your feet up. Enjoy the game. VIP style with all your players, your gaffer in front of you, and just enjoy watching the game and go low. Enjoy watching because for me, Billy Gilmour plays 90 minutes and I'm very excited to see what he's going to do because Billy Gilmour is one of our academy players that I trust. I see the footballing brain that every time he gets the ball, he has this, he's not someone that's developing in terms of ability just with their legs. Do you know what I mean? There are players that play with their legs and there are players that play with their brains. And for me, Billy Gilmour is such an intelligent footballer. So I have so much excitement about Billy Gilmour and his development. And I can't wait to see what he's going to do in his career. So I'm looking forward to seeing him play a whole 90 minutes at senior level. It's going to be good. Billy Gilmour starts. Now, the two midfielders in front of him, this is where it gets a little bit tasty because normally I would say in a game like this, these guys should be rested. You could make a case for it, but we need some consistency. We can't just let players sit on the bench and not do anything. And one of these players I'm going to mention definitely needs minutes just to pick up some form. So, in front of Gilmour, I would play Mateo Kovacic, who isn't playing 90 minutes on a regular, so he is fit enough, and I'm sure he can come in and make a little statement. As well as that, Kai Havertz needs to play. He needs to play. Now, there are 4 days rest from now until Saturday, or from tomorrow until Saturday. So for me, Kai Havertz, he's already had quite a bit of time out due to illness. He's back in the fold now. He's not been up to par, but we know that is because of the time that he spent out. He was separated from the squad. He was completely isolated. It's not easy to get back into match fitness. This is a perfect opportunity for him to up his match fitness. So for me, he plays. If we have to bring him off later on, cool. But for me, he starts. So Kai Havertz and Kovacic. Later on, we can bring on Angerin. For example, if we want to take Kovacic or Havertz off, for me, it would probably be Kovacic. I would give 90 minutes for Havertz just to pick up his fitness and to pick up some confidence as well. Because if he plays really well tomorrow, he carries that form into Everton. So, for me, Angerin can come on in the second half for Kovacic. That would be my go-to. and Kai Havertz gets 90 minutes. But that would be my 2 starting in front of Gilmour, Havertz and Kovacic. Now, with Callum Hudson-Odoi out because of injury, this is where it gets a little tasty. Normally, I would have said we're playing Hudson-Odoi and Timo Werner's getting a rest. Unfortunately, we can't. So, we have to make do with what we have. For me, on the right-hand side, I'd play Timo Werner. And you are going to say, what? Right-hand side? No, he's on the left. Put Pulisic on the right? No, I wouldn't. I would stick Pulisic on the left. We saw the 3rd goal in the Leeds United game, and that was Pulisic on the left-hand side coming into the box. Timo Werner, who occupied the right-hand side, bolted past the left back with all the speed in the last minute. I don't know where he got that energy from, but he done exactly what he had to do on that right-hand side, and it tells me that he can play as a right winger. I'm not playing Timo Werner on the right wing just for the sake of playing him on the right wing. I'm doing so then Pulisic can get some form on his preferred left-hand side. I don't want him to be, inconsistent and be on the right-hand side when he wants to play on the left or he prefers the left, when we know Timo Werner can do a shift as a right winger for one day only. For one night, it would be okay. So for me, Pulisic on the left, Timo Werner on the right. As I said, I would play Hudson-Odoi on the right if it wasn't for his injury, so Timo Werner unfortunately needs to come on. Later on, we can take him off and just try and improvise something because we haven't got much options for wingers. So we'll see what happens, even if maybe Kai Havertz needs to drop a little bit wider and then make way for Angerin that way. It would be an option. As I said, this game doesn't really matter, so we've got options on our table. But for me, Timo Werner, it's not the worst thing in the world. As I've said, we've got 4 days from Tuesday until Saturday. It will be enough time for Timo Werner to take a break, relax, and come back on Saturday back at 100%. And for me, up front, we give Giroud a rest, because I think Giroud will be the go-to for the Everton game as well. So we'll give him a rest, give the opportunity to Tammy Abraham. This is a game where Tammy Abraham can have 90 minutes up front. Let's see what he can do. And I have full confidence that he'll get on the score sheet against a Krasnodar side that, as well, they bottle it and Rennes somehow get a result at Sevilla that could see Krasnodar not qualify for the Europa League, which is something that they want to do. So Krasnodar are going to come with a motive tomorrow. So hopefully Tammy Abraham can get himself on the score sheet and kill the game early. But that would be my starting 11. That is how I would approach the game. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I would love to hear your opinions on this one. Do you agree or disagree with my lineup? Any options that I've missed out? Any combinations of players that I've missed out? What 11 would you choose? In terms of my score prediction, I am going to go with nothing too drastic because we are playing a slightly subpar team, but there's still enough quality there. I am going to go with a Chelsea 3, Krasnodar 0. That is what I'm saying. And I'm saying 0. I'm not saying 0. Even though that didn't work in the flipping Leeds game. I gave you guys the wink and we still conceded. So that's out the window. Anyway, I'm going 3-0 Chelsea. But let me know your predictions in the comment section below. And make sure you are subscribed here and you're subscribed to my Twitch, or you're following me on Twitch as well. If you're subscribed, I really appreciate it. But make sure you're following me there. Tomorrow, the watch along to Chelsea Krasnodar will be both active on my Twitch and on here. So make sure you are watching. As I've said, if you want to contribute to the chat, make sure you're on my Twitch, because I will be looking at my Twitch chat rather than my YouTube one. Unless if you're happy to donate on my YouTube, then I will prioritize those comments and give you guys my answers. So thank you all so much. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Enjoy your evening. Come on, you Blues. Let's get this win tomorrow. I'll see you on the watch along. Take care and peace.